However, all of the lines, Mary's daughter, Frances, too old to have more children and potential male heirs, had 3 daughters, Jane Grey, and her 2 sisters, Catherine and Mary. Edward, as a good Protestant, disapproved of women rulers, so he initially excludes the right of the crown to Frances and her daughter Jane. Instead, he initially leaves the crown to the potential sons of France's daughters. However, desperate times call for desperate measures, and an ever more quickly ticking clock. The production of sons takes time, and at some point, after the drafting of this succession document, Edward discovers he does not have the luxury of time. He's dying. So, with the minimum of change, his device for succession is altered, so that Lady Jane's male heirs becomes the Lady Jane and her male heirs. With 3 strokes of a pen, the dying boy king made Lady Jane Grey, daughter of Francis Brandon, great niece to deceased Henry VIII, the legitimate heir to the English throne. This is not fiction. This is what actually happened in 1553, and threw a hand grenade into the rooms of the ruling Tudor dynasty. So Jane was queen for 13 days, from the 6th of July, when Edward died, to the 19th of July. Over the next year, Jane and the people that wanted or helped her architect Edward's instructions were locked in the tower, and sooner or later ended up on the executioner's block. So, here is a startling fact. Over the past 500 years, over 33 monarchs have ruled England. Authenticated portraits, painted from life, survive for all but one. And you don't have to be a genius to guess which one that is. The single, unrepresented individual is Queen Jane, Lady Jane Grey, or Lady Jane Grey Dudley, whichever your preference is. However, Queen Jane. I think it is remarkable for somebody of Jane's notoriety, both now and at the time, an English monarch no less, a member of the Tudor royal family, a great dynasty, great niece of arguably the best of known kings of historical figures, Henry VIII, Queen of England, albeit for 13 days. No authenticated portrait exists. Added to this, there's no reliable description of Jane that exists at all. Her features, her hair colour, her height, none have survived, which makes it difficult to identify or dismiss images purported to be of her, of which there are numerous, and has led to many to speculate of what she was like. A number of paintings claiming to be Jane are reliably attributed to be that of her friend and guardian, Catherine Parr, the 6th and surviving wife of King Henry VIII. But Jane was a girl when she died, and by all accounts, a young-looking girl as a 16 and 17-year-old. Catherine was a lady in her 30s. So when many of these portraits are painted, there should be no mistake, should there? Lady Jane Grey was a central figure in one of the most elaborate stories of the Tudor dynasty. So how could this have arisen? Jane lived over 450 years ago, and was on this earth for such a short time, yet the story of her remarkable 17 years refuses to stop fascinating all who come across it.